Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Dak Prescott's fit with Brian Schottenheimer questioned by analysts. Dak Prescott's future with the Dallas Cowboys is being called into question by Colin Cowherd. This mainly comes after Brian Schottenheimer was promoted to head coach for the team from the position of offensive coordinator. While Schottenheimer is already comfortable working with the Cowboys and the players, how he will fit into the new role of head coach is still a question mark, especially with quarterback Dak Prescott. The Dallas Cowboys finished the 2024 NFL regular season ranked third in the NFC East after winning 7 games and losing 10. In their last game of the season, the Cowboys took on the Washington Commanders and lost the game 23-19. In the most recent NFL season, Dak Prescott passed for 1,978 yards, scoring 11 touchdowns and managing 8 interceptions. So Dak Prescott said yesterday, "Hey, my future is tied to Brian Schottenheimer, the new coach. It's a major red flag. There are 8 combos in the NFL right now that I would consider elite head coach quarterback combo. Just ask yourself, where does Schottenheimer and Dak fit in the league?" Schottenheimer didn't call plays for a 7-10 team and was given the job. That's strange. And Dak is coming off a second lower body injury, and he got worse after the last one. If you gave me Dave Canales and Bryce Young for the next 2 years, I'd take the Carolina guys. I take Baker, Mayfield, and Todd Bowles today, absolutely. Mike Vrabel may absolutely Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson without an argument. So this is a coach-quarterback league. Colin Cowherd said on The Herd. Dak Prescott was the 135th pick in the 4th round of the 2016 NFL Draft and was selected by the Dallas Cowboys. In his NFL career, Dak Prescott has a 66.8 pass completion percentage, with a total of 31,437 passing yards. Dak Prescott thinks highly of Brian Schottenheimer. Meanwhile, Dak Prescott attended the press conference where Brian Schottenheimer was introduced by the Dallas Cowboys as their new head coach. While it was not necessary for Dak Prescott to have attended the meet, the quarterback remarked that he came just to support Schotty. The quarterback went on to say that Schottenheimer means a lot to him and that he has been very consistent in his job. Furthermore, Dak Prescott admitted that the new head coach will have a direct impact on his future, and wanted to create the best bond he can with Schottenheimer. This is the first time that Schottenheimer has received the position of head coach and brings an extensive coaching resume with him to the Cowboys. Latest rumor strongly hints Brian Schottenheimer wasn't Cowboys' top choice. It took one question for Brian Schottenheimer's introductory press conference to turn into an absolute circus, otherwise known as the Jerry Jones Show. The Joneses' buffoonery aside, Schottenheimer knocked it out of the park. As much as Jones beat around the bush when asked why he picked Schottenheimer, the newly minted head coach clearly outlined his culture and the players he wants. It is seldom when a head coach botches their introductory press conference, but Schottenheimer knocked it out of the park. He should have inspired some confidence and hope into an apathetic fan base. Unfortunately, Jones didn't sound like someone who had conviction in his decision. That could be product of Jones losing his fastball behind the microphone, but he certainly didn't do anything to quell concerns about the hire. Could that be because Schottenheimer wasn't Jones' top choice to succeed Mike McCarthy? New rumor hints Cowboys targeted another head coach before hiring Brian Schottenheimer. On the latest episode of the Talkin' Cowboys podcast, Cowboys writer Patrick Walker revealed Pete Carroll had a very real chance of getting the Dallas job, but they couldn't agree to terms. Carroll emerged as a candidate for the job late last week after it was learned Jerry Jones called Carroll regarding the team's now former head coaching vacancy. The conversation was described as informal, though, and Carroll took the Raiders' job the following morning. Walker's intel flies in the face of what Cowboys executive vice president Stephen Jones told reporters on Monday. Jones said that the team called Carroll to pick his brain about Schottenheimer. While we don't doubt that Carroll gave Schotty a glowing review, it would appear part of that conversation involved gauging Carroll's interest in the job. It is worth noting that Walker has had perfect batting average in terms of disclosing info regarding Dallas coaching search. He's one of the most reliable reporters on the Cowboys beat. If he says the team expressed interest in Carroll, we believe him. that doesn't necessarily mean Schottenheimer wasn't the Joneses' first choice. The team's fondness of Schottenheimer was exposed early on in the search. It wasn't until Schotty's initial interview that he emerged as the front-runner. Having said that, but it sure sounds like Jerry Jones made a last-ditch offer to Carroll and, predictably, came up small at the negotiation table. How could he not? Carroll is a Super Bowl-winning head coach with a near .600% winning percentage in 18 years as an NFL head coach. He made close to $15 million per year in his final years with the Seahawks. For context, McCarthy made $4 million in his final year with the Cowboys. Jones was never going to win a bidding war for Carroll's signature, but it is noteworthy nonetheless that he was interested in the 73-year-old before circling back to Schottenheimer. Cowboys conduct OC interview with Cardinals Kayton Adams. A second candidate has emerged for the Cowboys offensive coordinator position. Cardinals offensive line coach Kayton Adams interviewed with Dallas yesterday, Connor Orr of Sports Illustrated reports, even though this is the first one he has been connected to, or adds that Adams can be classified as a top candidate for the Cowboys OC gig. He has yet to operate as a coordinator at the NFL level, although he does have experience as a co-OC dating back to his college tenure. For the past 2 years, Adams has held his current role in Arizona. The 41-year-old stock has benefited from his time with the Cardinals based on his success in guiding the team's ground game. Arizona ranked 4th and 7th, respectively, in terms of rushing yards across the past 2 years. The Cowboys could certainly stand to benefit in that department moving forward, so it will be interesting to see if this summit leads to a serious pursuit on the team's part. Dallas had previously been linked to Falcons tight ends coach Kevin Koger for the OC position. ESPN's Todd Archer notes his interview also took place recently as new head coach Brian Schottenheimer looks to fill out his first staff at the helm of the team. He handled offensive coordinator duties for each of the past 2 years, albeit in a non-play-calling capacity. Schottenheimer will call plays in 2025 regardless of who his first OC hire winds up being. Dallas officially reunited with Matt Eberflus yesterday. The former Bears head coach will operate as the Cowboys' defensive coordinator during his second stint with the franchise. Nick Sorensen, meanwhile, was brought in to handle Dallas special teams shortly after it became clear he would not carry on with the 49ers moving forward. That leaves one coordinator vacancy to be filled in the near future, which could come in the form of a first OC stint for Adams. And are you a fan? What do you think of the situation of Kayton Adams? Leave your opinion in the comments.